Welcome to the final video in this series. As I mentioned, all I really want to do is just give you some Excel information in case you decide you want to do some different things than I maybe had planned. Again, I did build it to be fairly restrictive in what you can do to make it easier to use, but if that doesn't work for you, you're welcome to do whatever you like, and I want to give you some information on how to do that. So first thing, aside from that actually, is remember when I said you don't want to drag and drop, all you want to do is enter data and then delete it out? Well, that could be problematic. So let's say I just entered some random categories here with some amounts. Let's say that I want to organize it in a certain way and I don't want to delete it all out and retype it. Well, you can sort. So again, these worksheets are all protected to make it harder to delete data, so you can't just delete out a formula, but you can still sort. So what you do is you'd select all of these, and then you'd come over to data, and you'd hit sort. Now I am on a Mac, so it's going to look a little different from yours if you're not using a Mac, but the concept is still the same. So hit sort, come over to column, and you can choose which column. So let's say you want to go alphabetical order on description. Order A to Z, hit OK, and now it sorts it in alphabetical order. Great. What if you want to put prepaid accounts on top? You can sort it by prepaid, hit OK, or you can sort it lastly by the amount. Let's do largest to smallest. So that's just an easy way to reorganize your categories if you don't want to retype them out, which again you can still do while the sheet is protected. However, let's say you want to unprotect it. So again, that will give you the option to delete out formulas, so I would recommend being careful with that. But if you want to make some changes, let's say you want to unbold something or whatever you want to do, or you want to create new formulas, go for it. But first you have to unprotect the sheet. So you have two ways of doing that. Again, I'm on a Mac, so it will look a little bit different, but the concept should still be the same. You can right click on the tab down here and click unprotect. And so now if I want, I can delete out this cell. So I can hit delete, it's going to delete it. I want to do that. But again, be careful with that. But now you can do all kinds of things. You can add a filter here, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. And then you can reprotect it if you would like. I'll give you one more method just in case, because why not? You can go hit review and unprotect it that way as well. Now that you've unprotected it, one other thing I want to talk about is data validation. So again, something like prepaid, you can only put a Y in here, but if you try to put an S, it's not going to let you. And that's throughout the worksheet in order to help you know what data to enter in that particular cell. But let's say for some reason you don't want that. Again, you're changing things around. Again, if you know what you're doing in Excel, go for it. By all means, customize it to your needs. And if you don't and you want to play around with it and learn some of the things that I did, you're welcome to do that as well. To clear data validation, what you do is you'd come over to data, hit data validation, and you'll see this cell has data validation. Click apply these changes to all other cells. Now I know this will look a little different on a PC, so you may have to play around with it, but if you click that, you'll see that the data validation goes all the way to cell 107, and then you can just hit clear all. You can hit OK, and now you can put whatever you want in these cells. So that's how you get rid of the data validation if you wanted to put something in any cell that isn't currently allowed due to that. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Again, there's a lot of formulas in here all over, so feel free to take a look at them. Again, in order to do anything and make any changes outside of what I specifically allowed, you'd have to unprotect the worksheet. So do that first, and then it'll open everything else up. There is no password, by the way, so it's pretty straightforward. And yeah, that's about it. Again, I really hope that this spreadsheet helps you. I definitely put some time into designing it to be as useful as possible, but also as simple and straightforward to use as possible. If there's anything you don't like, again, you want to change any of the colors, go for it. Totally up to you. Use it how you'd like, but ultimately, I really just hope that it gives you some insights into budgeting that you maybe didn't have, and that you can use it to just learn more about your spending and your habits, compare your expenses, and it really is helpful. I started doing it more recently than I would have liked, but it just gives you a better idea of the money that you have coming in, the money that you have going out, and again, it just really does give you more freedom if you know what you're doing, because if you're not aware of where your money's going, then you'll probably have less of it to spend on the things that you really want. So this just really helps you just maintain some control and awareness. And again, that's what it's all about, financial awareness for the future. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. And as I mentioned, share it with your friends, and I hope it helps them too. So thanks again. Enjoy.